Hey everybody, Merry Christmas. Dave here from Fix and Fly RC. Hey, just a quick update on the status of the F-16 repaint. Um, got busy with work, had to do a lot of travel and then get ready for Christmas, so I hadn't had a ton of time to work on it. But I'm at the point where I am getting ready to start the painting. So that's exciting to kind of get to that point. As kind of a reminder, what I did was, I took each section. I take this wing off. Probably should take another part off. And here were all the panel lines and stuff where I filled all those in with weight spackle. So you can still kind of see where they were at, but they're all filled in now and smoothed out. I started kind of, again, following the RC Geek kind of procedure. I cleaned it up, and then I've put 5 coats of polyacrylic and this polyacrylic max I got it at Ace Hardware. Put 5 coats on it. Between each coat, I lightly sanded with some 200 grit sandpaper. And you could kind of start telling as it started building up, because early the colors, when you were sanding, the color would start moving as you got 2 or 3 coats on there. The colors started moving around on you. And then on the last coat, I did a wet sand with some 600 grit sandpaper. So it's actually pretty smooth. I'm pretty happy with it. Doesn't look very good, obviously. What I've done here, oh, by the way, one thing I did, I used one of these just foam brushes that you can buy real cheap. I don't think this was probably the best way to do it. I'm going to look a little bit more, but it was easy to keep in this plastic bag and stay fresh. So I was able to do the whole plane over, I don't know, a couple weeks now, and this brush is still, still squishy. You can squish it, and actually the stuff's still coming out of it. The one thing I ran, and this was just my fault for sometimes getting in too big of a hurry, it was easy to get if you coated this side, and if you pulled across here just a little bit and weren't paying attention, it would drip up underneath, and you end up with a little drip right there, or other places the same way, and you'd have to get an X-Acto knife and kind of clean it up and patch that up. So that was just me being in a hurry. We're not paying enough attention, but I did the nose cone, and I did the canopy. I did the rudder, and so what I've done here is I just kind of did a dry fit, make sure everything's fitting good. Before I glue everything, get everything glued together, I'm going to go ahead and bind it up and make sure all the servos are moving and all the connections are good, and then I'll get it glued up and get it ready to paint. And then the one thing I'll do is can't really see it here, the cord's kind of hidden, but if I have any gaps in the wings, if you've done this before, sometimes when you put together, still always just a little bit of gap there. I'm going to go ahead and back and just fill that in and smooth it out. And so it doesn't have any gaps. The only panel lines, and I guess I call myself lazy that I didn't do, but if you look real close, and I can zoom in, maybe I won't, but maybe I'll put a picture in here. But there's just a ton in the body of those, and just the amount of time it would take to fill all those in and then get them all sanded down. I just didn't want to do that if this was going to be a show plane or something, but this is just kind of a little project plane to kind of start honing some skills for some future stuff. So the only problem is the paint, waiting on the paint to come in. Hobby Lobby and even my local hobby shop didn't have the colors in an airbrush ready paint. So could probably do it shaker can, probably okay. I just want to try to airbrush one and see how it turns out. Probably with these big surfaces, probably better with the shaker can, but we'll see how it turns out, and I can always revert to that if I need to. So anyway, as I'll be putting it together and then getting it marked off and ready for the paint. Like I said, I'm going to be doing an Israeli camo scheme, and I got to go look at go ahead and go to Cali Graphics and find some graphics for it. And so who knows, maybe by the time springtime rolls around, I'll have this one ready to rock and roll. So anyway, hope everybody had a great Christmas, and we'll catch up when we get ready to start painting. Dave here from Fix Play RC. As always, you know, if anybody's watching this and you got recommendations, comments, suggestions, or just don't like what I did at all, that's fine. I'm just here trying to learn myself, and if any point ever where occasionally I'll get a video, somebody will go like, hey, I didn't see that. That's good for me. I don't have to learn that. That's exactly why I'm doing this. So anyway, out here, have a great one.